Hi Gemini, it's Ryan with Arrows of Love. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do your mid-February 2022 love tarot and astrology forecast. If you like these videos and like to see more of them, please click the like button and subscribe. It helps the channel and it's very much appreciated for me. All right, Gemini. So we've gone through two major retrograde cycles, one with your ruling planet Mercury and one with Venus. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. For you, Gemini, that is your 12th house and your 5th house. The 12th house is a tricky house, let's be honest. The 12th house are things unseen. It's hidden matters, self-sabotage. A lot of times we see addictions come up here with drugs, sex, alcohol. It's also confinement, isolation. Sometimes it represents research. So the 12th house can be pretty tricky at times. And especially with the love planet in the mix here, issues with intimacy often come up here a lot. Now, the other thing is your ruling planet Mercury was also retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. So there's a lot of concentrated energy in the sign of Capricorn right now. Capricorn is 8 signs past Gemini. So that's the 8th house is a house of upheaval. It's a house of karmic debts, things owed to other people. It's known as a house of power struggles, honestly. And how do we control other people? It's through 3 main things usually: sex, money, and death. So those are the themes that often come up with that 8th house. So issues with intimacy, again, issues with there could have been some physical deaths in this particular area as well. It could be females. Mercury also rules Virgo. And for you, that's your 4th house. So Virgo is 4 signs past Gemini, and that has a lot to do with family. So this could deal with family members too. It was a lot of concentrated energy sitting over in that 8th house. And the 8th house is always that place of death and rebirth, healing, catharsis. We have to go through the 8th house to get to the 9th, where we change our beliefs, that's a place of God. So you have to go through kind of this dark night of the soul in order to see the light. And with all that concentrated energy in Capricorn, it has a lot to do with values, boundaries, and limits. And what are you willing to put up with, Gemini? So the good news is that the retrograde cycles are done. Here's the thing though, this is the caveat. Mercury, your ruling planet, and Venus, planet of love, aesthetics, friendship, sexuality, are now going to reconjoin with the planet Pluto today. That's Mercury conjoining with Pluto today, and then Venus is going to conjoin with Pluto and Mars right at the beginning of March. So what does this all mean? It's time to move forward. It's time to clean up whatever Mercury retrograde brought up for you. And again, this could be dealing with you personally, the body, your presentation out into the world, your identity and your purpose. Sitting in that 8th house, I mean, something is definitely ending here. It could be relationships, could be something with family. It's just remember, it's karmic debts. We're clearing out karmic sludge in that 8th house, and it brings up a lot. So what can we expect going forward? It's time to clean up our relationships. It's time to move forward, Gemini. Your ruling planet right now conjoined with Pluto, that's secrets revealed. You're going back over secrets that came out over the last few weeks during that retrograde cycle. So now it's time to clean things up and it's time to move forward. And the good news is Mars and Venus meet up in that 8th house. Now, Mars is an interesting one. That is your 11th house, Gemini. Mars rules Aries and Libra. So that's your 5th house and your 11th house. So that's the house of karmic rewards and gains, friends, allies, romance too. So if things have been really hectic, Mars comes in, conjoins with Venus, and then they move together for the next month and a half, and they conjoin with Pluto. So it's kind of like a reset. It's time to heal some things. If you were in a partnership and you broke up, this could be a time of reconciling, or you're going to know this is the end. If you went through some difficult things as a single, you could meet someone at this time. But it's time to clean things up. So that is the astrology for you Gemini. We're going to do a 6-card spread from the tarot, 1 card from the Angels Oracle, and then 1 card from my astrology deck. That will be the sign that will be important to you. Keep in mind, these are general readings. These messages will not resonate with all of you. Be sure to take a look at your ascendant, moon, and Venus signs. Sometimes those messages will resonate more with you, but for the most part, this should be for Gemini ascendants or sun. All right, so let's see what's going on with you, Gemini. Gemini, you have a lot also happening in that career sector. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, growth, and opportunity, is sitting in Pisces. Pisces is your 10th house of career. So Jupiter here is going to really make things over. It's going to provide blessings, protection. It's going to reorder things cosmically for you in that house where you could really take off in career. So pay attention to that as well. A lot of the things happening now are pointing to a major expansion in career. So these could also be about work partnerships as well. Keep that in mind. All right. Let's see what's going on with you, Gemini, in love. Jupiter is also your ruling planet of marriage, partnerships, one-on-one relationships. That's Sagittarius. So there could be something here with work too. Perhaps a work romance. We shall see. All right, Gemini, this is the angel general energy. Finances and career. What did I just say? Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So, like I said, Venus is this planet of money. Venus is this planet of unseen things. In that 12th house, that's Taurus and also Libra. So this has a lot to do with... the 5th house has a lot to do with karmic joy, but it's also entertainment, fun. So if someone's taking it way overboard, perhaps this is affecting finances. And it's also affecting maybe some addiction issues too with Venus, just based on the houses that it rules for you, Gemini. But overall, you got to take a look at finances and career. Do you have to build yourself up and build up some confidence here to feel like you are worthy of love? Or are there issues here in finances that are holding you back where you can't be together? We're going to find out. So this is the sign that will be important for you, Gemini. Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac and represents the beginning of the astrology wheel. Symbolized as the ram, Aries are action-oriented and ready to go. They're always passionate and excited for a new adventure. This feisty fire sign connects with the world through a courageous zeal and drive for success. Aries are fiercely independent and can often jump into something before fully ready. This is both a major blessing and a caution for this ambitious sign, as they're here to break boundaries with their trailblazing efforts. So Aries, this is the planet of action. This is Mars. Mars is in Capricorn right now. Again, I was talking about how Venus is going to meet up with Mars in that sign of Capricorn in your 8th house. Mars is the ruler of the 8th house, by the way. And then they're going to move together for a good month. So here, it's time to clean things up. It could be time to clean up finances. Aries, again, is that 11th house of gains, financial gains from the work that you put in, but it's also friends, allies, group association. So keep an eye out here. Maybe there's a friend here that can help you out. But it's also time for some action. So you can't just sit back here, Gemini. All right, so let's see what the tarot has to say. We're going to pull 6 cards from the tarot. All right, here we go. The Hanged Man. 5 of Wands. The Empress. It's Venus. We talked about Venus, right? 3 of Wands, 8 of Cups. This is the outcome. 2 of Swords. So I think what we're going to do here is pull a clarifying card for the Two of Swords, because this is you not sure what to do. So I want to give you some guidance on that. So you have two major arcana here. You have the Hanged Man and the Empress. Let's start with the Hanged Man because that was the first card out. It's always the most important. So the Hanged Man is a card of no action usually. It's a card of suspense, not sure what to do, feeling conflicted. This can be difficult because now we have Aries coming out here, right? It's a card of action, vitality, inertia, and here there's no action. So it's conflicting energy. What do you do here? And this is exactly what it is. The challenge here is the Five of Wands. The challenge is competition. The challenge is other people coming at you, perhaps fighting off enemies in love, competitors in love, but you're not sure what to do. And remember what this is all related to, finances. So you're feeling a little bit stuck. You're looking at options. You know that something has to be let go here. And the thing is, right at the top of the reading, you have Venus. This is the Empress. This is abundance. This is money. So it's going to start moving forward again with Mars. I think, again, there is a friend, or perhaps there is a third party that can help you out here. And it could be coming up in the next few days because Mars comes up and meets up with Venus and will help resolve things because Mars is exalted in the sign of Capricorn. That is directed action. That is strategy. You need to come up with a strategy. This is what this is about. You need to come up with a strategy to deal with finances in order to avoid some of these conflicts, right? You can't take no action here. Something needs to be let go. This is just for some of you, it's drinking. Someone here with a drinking issue. And because there's cups standing here. So there's some emotional attachment that needs to be let go. And it's the man walking away from the situation, and this is in the recent past. Something's eclipsed too. This is the eclipse energy. So it's just an acceptance of the situation for what it is, but you cannot take no action anymore. So we're looking at options. What do we do? Not sure, right? We're waiting for our ships to come in. We're weighing our options. Gemini, that's usually you. Sometimes you can be quick to move too because you're Mercury, but information's coming out now. Remember that. Mercury's conjoined with Pluto basically today, over the next day. And it's time to re-dig up some of those things that could have been kind of ugly and to resolve it. To take another look at it. This is the third time. Threes, right? The third time we're taking a look at it to come up with a solution. And this is where I get a little bit, we're gonna pull another card. Because here we have the Two of Swords as the outcome. And this is, again, you taking no action, being blinded to information, being at a crossroads. What do you do with this particular situation? So let's clarify, please clarify the Two of Swords. What do we do here? Yeah, so it has to do with your commitments. It has to do with your marriage. And what are you going to do? I think this has to do with trying to find some form of happiness again too, right? The form of celebration where you're happy in love. But if finances and career are affecting you, it's time to really take a look at that first. Because you have to feel confident in yourself, or this other person needs to feel confident in themselves, basically, in order to come to this relationship. I think this is what it is. They're just feeling really unstable. You're feeling unstable. And you're trying to figure out that next move. But there's way too much. There's too much going on here, and something absolutely has to be let go. Perhaps there was a loss of a job because someone's dealing with some addiction issues. Some self-sabotaging behavior of some type, but there's something that needs to happen here. Someone needs to go to a counselor or a therapist, and that's just for some of you, and you'll know. This has to do with your relationship, whether or not it's going to make it. Are you going to put in that time and effort? I think this really depends on whether or not this person can clean up their act. As far as options go, let's clarify the Three of Wands as well. Yeah, so it is a victory. I like seeing this. So this is good news. You're going to find the solution. You got to take a look at some options though, and come to a conclusion that works for you. Because this is the victory card, and this is at the bottom of the reading. So I feel like if you can, you can't be in suspense anymore. You got to take some type of action here. You can't just wait around for a solution to show up at the door, right? But if you go looking for one here, you're going to find it. You may be able to save the relationship. It's a heavy read. There's a lot going on here, but I hope you enjoyed this. Leave me a comment if this is resonating with you, Gemini. Until next time, take care.